saying something. I don't want to try to read Korean to you. I'll just look like a fool. But okay, countdown's done. Let's do this now. Pylon for Super and Seohyun. I mean, in terms of aggressive choices, usually the Terran player makes the first type of play. Oh, it's center. Okay, actually, excuse me, guys. Apparently, center is going to be playing on Seohyun's account. So this is not Seohyun. This is center. If you guys don't know center, he was a GSL Code A player, pretty strong Terran player actually. Was formerly of TSL, tutored under Pult. So, well, that actually just completely changes the way I look at this game. Just a bit different level, I think, between these players. So, we have center versus Super. So, my apologies for that. And it looks like center is going to be going for a command center first. He's got, yeah, he's just banking up those minerals. So, not bad play, but he needs to be careful. We can actually see this rally. It looks like he wants to go for this very, very fast second gas geyser Super. So we could see him go for that fast Oracle play. Now, one of the builds that Protoss can do versus the command center first builds that really punishes them is just cranking out a super fast Stalker, super fast Mothership Core, and just going and being aggressive. And command center first builds, if you don't start your bunker as soon as your barracks finishes, you generally just lose your natural. You have to lift up, play very turtly defensively, and it just becomes a very, very difficult position to deal with. So we're gonna have to see how he does how he does this. So barracks is coming in now. We should see center though throw on his second barracks. He still only has one, which is very interesting. Not going for the second barracks at 17 supply. He's gonna build it a bit later. And this is slightly interesting. This is a pretty late second barracks. Cybernetics Core is coming in. Center will be able to scout. Okay, so there's two pylons. He knows if a third pylon isn't there, it could possibly be for a proxy. But Super, he's just going to go for a Nexus. He actually isn't scared for Center to scout that. So mining this double gas, this gives a couple of options to Super. And in terms of what Center could be expecting, it's going to be a lot more dangerous than what he may have thought could previously come. So Mothership Core is on the way. Stalker will likely be started as soon as the minerals are available. And there, I was actually going to throw on this third pylon first. So okay decision here. It's going to be a sentry actually. So a bit defensive play coming out of Super. And this actually is going to favor the command center first build of center pretty well. He's adding on his third barracks, and this is the standard follow-up, of course. You play this the same way that you would a one barracks fast expand. Once you get your command center up, you just go for third racks, then you add on your gas. We could see him stay gasless and get a fast third command center, especially since he scouted the expansion. So it's all going to come down to the way that center wants to play this. Does he want to go for the stim timing at 10 minutes? Does he want to go for a very greedy play? He's adding on one gas geyser now too, so he is going to go for the standard follow-up. Going bunkerless is a bit ballsy, but he knows there's an expansion. He's not worried about there being any kind of proxy Stargate. Although that is certainly an option, but it's going to be a robotics facility and a forge coming up for Super. So what Super's going to be able to do with this is go for a fast +1 armor, which would indicate that he wants to play a bit more defensively. He could be moving into later a Templar switch, possibly double forge eventually. But if he goes for the attack upgrade, it could also be a sign that he wants to play Colossi style just to get in that DPS on those Colossi. So we'll have to see what upgrade he chooses. If he gets a fast Robo Bay, he doesn't have the resources just yet. He's getting an Observer first. So Natural Nexus is done. And back at home for center, he's just taking out these destructible rocks at the bottom of his ramp. Getting that tech lab together, should be starting his stim pack upgrade right about now. And there it is. So pretty standard opening here for center. He's not doing anything unusual. This can be a bit difficult to do versus proxy Stargate builds in Heart of the Storm, but he's not too worried about it. He didn't scout anything to give him worry. And now we have photon cannons actually, pretty interesting in the mineral lines for Super. So this is a very, very defensive way of being safe against fast Widow Mines. So Super really didn't get any scouting done at all at the beginning of this game. So for all he knows, there could be a Widow Mine drop, possibly a Hellbat drop, getting the cannon, just being a bit safe. And Center's actually moving out with about 8 Marines. He wants to just shove aside any possible Stalkers that are near his base. But the first scouting for Super is going to be with this Observer. He's going to get a Twilight Council as well, so we could see him add on a second Forge, possibly. It is going to be attack upgrade, so this could be for a fast +2 attack. No Robotics Bay just yet, though, so he's not going to be able to move into big tech just yet. And the Observer is going to come in here and scout. Pretty standard setup. Sees, okay, your command center's done. You got the 3 barrack. You might actually not be able to tell that it was a command center first, but now the starport's starting to scan for center. He's going to immediately pick off that Observer. So reactor now starting on this factory. We do have the starport on the way. And an Immortal coming out, being chrono boosted actually by Super. So this could be a bit defensive, but with the current setup, it looks like he wants to get aggressive here. He's actually adding on a Dark Shrine as well, which is very interesting to open with the Immortal and move into this. So I'm assuming the Immortal is just going to be for a bit, just pure defense. There's 2 Immortals. He wants to be able to hold off a fast stim timing. Stim is going to be done in about 40 seconds here for center. He needs to be safe against this Immortal play, but he's moving out. He's adding on additional units. This is so interesting. Proxy pylon going down. He hasn't moved up to a really scary number of gateways. It's just 3. So what he wants to do here is just abuse the fact that center doesn't have any bunkers. And center, upon realizing what's going on, he's going to immediately start to build one, and we're actually going to see Super retreat at the same time. The Observer is here to see this army move out. He knows the pylons have been scouted, and now center will just kill that. So the sentries in this Immortal not going to be able to do too much. Robotics Bay coming in, though. Center, in terms of detection, he doesn't actually have any missile turrets. He's moving up to 5 racks play, getting his medevac out. He's got a very standard setup, but he's actually just dropped all of his mules. He's actually a bit supply blocked as well, waiting for some depots to finish now in the natural. These Dark Templar could do a ton of damage, but taking up the forward pylon, though, that's so big for center. When the Dark Shrine is complete, which is now, he's going to have to warp in the DTs at his home base. So this is going to give center a bit of time. If he's active enough on the map, he could spot these DTs and possibly save up his energy for a scan, possibly get a missile turret up here, but the DTs are going to take the path less traveled by where the bio isn't. And, ooh, throwing down a time warp to pinch some of these forces off. He's going to pick up the ones in the front with the medevacs. And the thing is, all Super needs to do is keep center away. Just saying, don't come near me. Let me get at my tech. And center doesn't know about the Dark Templar. There's no missile turrets up. He's getting his +1 armor, but the DTs are now going to come in. There's no wall. He can't block him from going into that natural and into the main. Center just dropping a mule as well. Oh, no. Does he actually have? He has a single scan available. The DTs are going to work, and he now has a DT on the army of center as well. He's going to take a lot of damage trying to get up missile turrets now. He's going to stim. He's going to scan and kill this Dark Templar off, but now he doesn't have a scan to kill the second one. He's trying to get this turret up. This DT might be able to stop that, though. And this is going to be so difficult to stop. The DT doing so much work. Center's army being cleaved to shreds. The 3 Immortals and these sentries just plowing that away. And now he's lost most of his forward army. The DT's preventing him from getting this set up. He's trying to wall off the natural expansion and get a turret up here. But Super's just done so much damage now. Had 30 supply. We could see a pretty quick kill on center. Not scouting that Dark Shrine, just hurting him so much. Charge is done. We have +1 armor coming in. The Dark Templar doing so much damage. He will be able to kill this one off and start another one, but at this point, there's a lot here for Super. He has a Colossus out as well. No range, but +1 attack. He can't go down this ramp. Force fields. If he gets force fielded on the top of this ramp, he could just die right here. There's the force fields behind the bio. He's going to try to pick up and retreat, but he doesn't have anything. He's going to need tons of bunkers to help prepare himself to hold this off. He can't just fight straight up against this. The Immortals will blow the Marauders to shreds. The Zealots tank so well, and the Colossus will just kill everything else. Getting Vikings might work, but center, he's just going to send these medevacs off. He's going to try to force a base trade. He's got a 3rd command center, but at this point, this Observer's actually going to spot it too, so we can just bring the Mothership Core, use the Photon Overcharge, and just defend. He can warp in Dark Templar at home to kill those off, and now Super's just going to go for the base trade. Force fields these SCVs in, and oh, the AoE on this Colossi, shredding those SCVs like Swiss cheese. Moving in, the missile turret gets some shots off on the Colossus, but it dies very quickly to the Immortals, and now center trying to make this base trade work. Moving in, Dark Templar warped in though. Does he have any scans? He's going to kill this Immortal, but the DTs are going to work now. This Nexus 2 kills so far, just really plowing away on this Bioforce, and everything in center's main is going to die. He doesn't have anything to stop this. He also, no scans. He doesn't have any missile turrets left to kill the Dark Templar. Drop in the natural, doing what he can, but there's still DTs here. He's got more. He cannot deal with everything that is here. There's the GG from center, and we are